I'm Dr. Katie Laird. I'm a reader in microbiology and head of the Infectious Disease Research Group at De Montfort University. I am co-founder of a Germs Journey educational resources, which is resources for young children from 3 to 5, teaching them about hand washing, germs, and the implication that has on their health. And our mission as Germs Journey project is to ensure that children worldwide have access to free educational resources that they can relate to culturally. The project first come about because my son liked playing with the toilets basically, and he didn't understand hand washing. So I knew as a scientist the message I wanted to put across, but I needed somebody else on board that would be able to say how that message was best put across to young children. And that's when I partnered with Professor Sarah Uni, who's a specialist in education.
Having created the book, we realised that to help the learning, it would be really helpful to have questions at the back of the book to help parents and teachers. We call that scaffolding the learning. We then thought another way we could support children's learning is to run workshops. This is based on Kolb's idea of experiential learning, where we get the children to do activities in relation to the book. That is hand washing activities, and we've also got some online games that we developed.
We took a group of students with varying skills out to India. So we had scientists based around pharmaceutics, microbiology. We had education students, nursing students. We also took media students and literature students, as well as trained teachers. So we had a real multidisciplinary team, and we worked with 100 teachers and about 120 children in order to, one, give them the resources that we created, but also teach them how to use them and how to interact with the children with them in order that the project could be sustainable.
We know that to help children develop deep learning, that they can do this through doing, and we call this experiential learning, and we devised workshops where children were actually doing hand washing activities as well as reading the book and doing some online games that we developed to support the book. We also realised that the book is very Western and has been developed for obviously children in England, but this had wider global appeal, which meant we needed to create culturally relevant images and that we needed to devise the book for different regions. We were very fortunate in India to be working with a number of stakeholders. We had the Environmental Sanitation Institute as well as the Madhusavna, which meant that we could work with teachers and with children to create new resources for them, which meant creating a hand washing song and also developing images which the children drew and that we could put into the new book.
I'm Sapphire Crosby, and I am the PhD student working on the Germs Journey project with Professor Sarah Uni and Dr. Katie Laird. When we went to India, we completed the book reading activity. We also looked at a glow gel hand washing activity where the children would put glow-in-the-dark gel on their hands. They would then see it under the UV light, and then they would wash their hands and see how much of the gel they were able to wash off. And then a colouring activity where they coloured various pictures of germs. Before each workshop, we carried out pre and post assessments to measure the level of understanding that the children had about germs and hand washing to see whether the workshops had had an effect on their understanding. We were really happy with this result because the children that we worked with were from areas of severe deprivation and had limited access to education. In addition to this, 100% of teachers stated that they think that their children's hand washing practice will increase after they run the same workshops with the children in their own schools.